What's going on, all you wild banshees? The Banshees of Cinephellas are back once again. We've got a great movie review for you tonight. We're going to be talking about Martin McDonagh's brand new film. You'll remember Martin McDonagh from movies like In Bruges, Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, Seven Psychopaths. Well, he's back and he's, paired up once again, Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Quits. We won't call it quits. We'll call it the start.
That's right. These two wild boys are returning, working together once again with a brand new film that people have been talking about, going around all the film festivals. Critics are, talking about this, how much they love the movie. So me and this guy finally got around to checking this out, and I had an absolute blast with this movie. This is a beautiful movie. The way this is set up in the 1920s, island in Ireland, where these lads live, and just the whole scope and the way the camera works, cinematography of this movie, it's absolutely beautiful. It brings you back to the 1920s and this small, town people and what they deal with in their day-to-day life, being farmers, going to the local pub to have a drink, and just, talking and being friends. And that's kind of the setup of the film. And that's where you have Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson's characters. They're friends. And then one day, Brendan Gleeson decides, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. He realizes he's getting older. He wants some peace and quiet instead of hearing his friend talk about poop and other random shit. He just wants to relax,
Right.
quiet, and he wants to work on his music. So that's kind of the setup of the film.
Yeah, just I love this kind of comedy. This reminds me so much of In Bruges, the kind of dark humor, and they bring it back for this. I love the cinematography. I love the look of it. It's so big in scope with the wide landscapes and the beauty of Ireland, but the story is really contained between this small town and these people. The cast of characters, it's very limited. You see the same faces all the time, but it's really well done. He keeps the movie nice, tight and compact story. And you never actually find out like what was the final straw, which is really funny to me. He just one day Brendan Gleeson's like, I've had enough. We're not going to be friends anymore. No more sharing a pint down at the local pub. And Colin Farrell's character Podrick just can't get over it. He just can't get over it. He's like, what the hell did I do? What's the problem here? He tries for the life of him to get his friend back and get him back. So he feels lonely without him. It's been his best friend for a long time. He doesn't have a lot going on in his life. I think he lives with it's his sister, I believe, working during the day. And then at the end of the day, meeting up with his mate, going to the local pub and shooting the shit with them. And then once that's gone, he realizes he doesn't really have anything else to his life. He's put all his stock into Colm, but Colm has kind of grown out of it for whatever reason. He wants to focus on his music. He wants to leave a mark in this world, and he doesn't want to just be a dumbass and tell stupid jokes like the both of us do for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he wants to be remembered, in the history books, music books. People can look back at him, and he made a big scene in the music and the playing and writing and composing. He talks about Mozart and other composers back then, and that's he wants to be remembered as that, and not some bumbling moron like Colin Farrell's character
Yes.
in this that just gets through his day to have a pint and live in with his sister, played by Carrie Condon. She played Shaban, and she was really fantastic in this. He doesn't want to turn out like him, and he's much older. He's realizing his days are more numbered compared to his friends, so he wants to change that. So something really ignites inside of him, and he just wants to cut off his friend for no good reason and just live a peaceful and quiet life right on the ocean in Ireland, which is absolutely beautiful. And there's a lot of themes and messages in this movie that they really try to convey.
Yeah, we also see Barry Keoghan in a supporting role in this film, and probably the best I've seen him in a role. Honestly, before he seemed like he's mainly playing himself, and this one he felt like he was playing somebody different. Somebody from this island, this kid with big dreams, but from a small town. He's finding it hard to move up in the world. He talks to Podrick a lot. They get along. I think he's the town, whatever they call the cops there, constable. I don't know what they call him
Copper.
in Ireland, but the copper there in Ireland. He's the copper's son. He likes Podrick's sister, Shaban. And, one day he works up the nerve and he asks her, he's like, do you think there's any chance like a guy like me and, a girl like you could get together? And she's like, Oh no, I don't think so. Nah. So it kind of breaks his heart, and he goes on from there. But it's with the backdrop, taking place in 1923. There's an Irish Civil War going on, so I think a lot of the meaning that Martin McDonough was going for here was with the Civil War that was going on in Ireland at the time. He kind of plays that in the background of these two characters who are kind of having a civil war themselves with their relationship, and then their who they have outside of their relationship. They're both pretty lonely people, and they've known each other for this long, but Brendan Gleeson's Colm doesn't want to die and not be remembered. But as the movie goes on and Podrick tries to get them back as friends, things go haywire. We're not going to do any spoilers here, but let's say things get wild. Some appendages get lost, and not everybody makes it out with a happy story in this film. But man, what a couple of great performances here. Three in particular. Colin Farrell, I'd say it's probably the best performance here. Just how he plays it. It's kind of this bumbling idiot, but you can really tell that him losing his friends like really wearing on him. He really plays that performance of this lonely guy that can't go on with his life without his best friend. And you have Brendan Gleeson also, who's like, doesn't see any point in just not doing anything with his life and just drinking at the local pub. He wants to create a song that's going to make him be remembered after he dies. He doesn't find any value in their relationship anymore. So it's all about the performances. And then, of course, Barry Keoghan, like I said, too, just another awesome supporting performance. But yeah, this movie's been getting a lot of award mentioning for all these acting, for the cinematography, and honestly, and obviously from the directing.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect with this. I didn't watch any trailers. I just know these two Irish actors are in it. It takes place in Ireland, and Barry Keoghan being Irish as well. They really stuck true to the history of Ireland, especially back then, and whole dialect and speaking, how it would sound back then. At times it was, hard to understand, us being Americans without subtitles because the accents are so thick, but it was really intriguing at the same time. I like things, things they were saying. I was trying to understand what exactly they're trying to convey to one another, but really interesting story. And it really captivated me. I was really intrigued. I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen. I was really into the characters and the story, and just the overall backdrop of this movie was another character. And as you were saying, the Civil War going across the ocean there, it really plays big part to this movie, and what they're going through as friends one day and not friends the next, and some guy losing his fingers along the way and not being able to fulfill his dreams of being a musician, and the other guy just being a bumbling idiot, not really changed his life much, and leading to a very weird and unpredictable ending. I thought it was really cool how they went out about this these characters in film and what it all means. So with that being said, I had a really great time with this film. Didn't know what to expect, but it's just a beautifully shot movie, great directing, great ensemble here, great story, and just a movie I would definitely rewatch. And I can see all the buzz around this, and hopefully it picks up a few Oscars come Oscar season. That being said, I'm going to give the Banshees of Inisherin a 4.5 out of 5 Brendan Gleeson hair pieces.
Yeah, just a beautiful movie, and unique. You won't see anything else like it. He's had other films. The Banshees is definitely a great film, and worthy of all the praise it's gotten. I think anybody could watch this film and be drawn to it and want to see what happens next in this story. It seems so simple if you were trying to explain to somebody, but just the meaning behind it and the acting between these two is phenomenal. The cast is spot on. I liked all the side players at the pub, and the copper, and even the music and the sound, and obviously the cinematography, just everything about it's really likable, and one of the best films of the year for sure. Deserves all the praise it's gotten, and I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. So with that being said, I am going to give the Banshees of Inisherin a 4.5 out of 5 fecking hair pieces.
I want to hear from all you Irish lads and lassies out there. What did you like about this film? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite movie of the year? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these wild screaming banshees on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
That's right. We're approaching the end of 2022. We're watching a lot of films lately to end out the year, a lot of, awards contenders. So stay tuned to this channel. We're going to have some more reviews of some other buzzworthy films, some more great performances, and legendary directors, shooting movies, and we're here to review them. And we're going to have a busy end of the year, and we're going to go right into 2023 with some more fire. There's a lot more to come from these boys. Thanks everybody for tuning in, for watching our reviews, listening to the podcast. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled to this channel. We're going to have a lot more to come. So thank you guys again. And until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry.
And I'm Uncle Harry, signing out until the next movie review.
Cheers.